all is well. All right, let's get this camera adjusted somewhat. Today I'm going to be using some myrrh, myrrh and frankincense, incense. So I hope you guys like myrrh, because that is what is on the menu. All right, I'll just do one for now. Okay. All right, Spirit, please guide and protect us today in this reading. Give us truth. I ask that you help assist me with a message that touches the lives of those that need to hear it. Be with me and present in this reading. Cleanse and purify this area. Give us peace, give us love, give us understanding, give us compassion, give us truth today. What is it we need to know? And I bless this sacred space, and I bless those watching, that they have peace in their lives today. All right. All right, Spirit, please cleanse and purify these cards. Give them new energy for this reading. May it tell us the truths we need to know today. All right, and the same with this deck. Please give us truth. Cleanse and purify the energy of these cards. Message for today's reading. Cleanse and purify these cards. Give them new energy. Give them new truth. Cleanse their vibration from any old readings. Give them new energy today. Okay. Cleanse and purify these cards. Give them a new energy and a new vibration. Okay. Cleanse and purify these cards. All right, guys. So today's reading, I decided to dive into someone that is feeling disappointed or angry, and you don't understand why you're feeling that way. You're trying everything you can to change that perspective. You've tried meditation, prayers. You've tried everything, but somehow, some way, you still carry this residual anger and disappointment. And maybe you don't notice it while you're driving or at the store or cleaning house, but maybe you notice it when you get triggered. Maybe you notice it when you're around family members or friends that might bring up some old feelings inside of you. And you feel like, I thought I got rid of this. I thought I dealt with this. And you're kind of, maybe frustrated, and what you're doing wrong is how you feel. What am I doing wrong that I'm not rid of these feelings? So we're going to get in that today with these cards, and it can be any situation you want it to be. It can be love, it can be family, it can be work, it can be money, it can be a spiritual journey. Whatever this message is for you, please take it as it resonates in your life. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with a cat wisdom oracle. All right. All right, kitty cats, tell us what we need to know today. Tell us what we need to know today. All right, bottom of the deck, receive, accept this as a gift. Please receive this message with love and understanding and love and light. Okay, please receive this message with love and light. Okay, let me put this on the side. Okay, bottom of the deck here is new information. I think you need to hear new information, you know? I think you need to have some kind of an understanding, like you need to start receiving the new information around you and not hanging on to any old information. What this is saying to me is people change, situations change, and if we're not ready to receive new information, because we got receive down there, we're going to have a hard time understanding the present moment. I need a new man is what? Hi there. Ooh, I'm just blowing away the cards. Someone says they need a new man. Well, okay, sweetheart. You know what I need? I need a new back. My back is killing me today. I've had, you know, how do you say, like, back pain for years since my oldest were 2 and 3, and it just gets me sometimes. I was doing flowers. My grandma was here. I was planting some flowers with her on the porch, and I bent over, and all of a sudden, there it went. There went my back. It's just so frustrating, and I know I need to lose weight, and that would make it easier. You know, I would like to get down to 120, ideally. And honey, I am so far from 120 right now. Okay. I'm like, what do I need to do, Lord? Well, eat less. Meditate more, drink more water, and be active. I know. It's just harder when you're a little bit older. All right, Spirit, give me a card for this energy. What do we need to know today about anger or disappointment? Okay, so I'm hearing that I need to have like a storyline with this particular red rose deck. So I'm going to be using this one as kind of a storyline. And then my other one is going to be a couple messages about what supports that storyline. That's my plan. That's what I'm feeling. Give me the storyline. Okay, yes, speak to me. Tell me what you want. Tell me something good. Tell me that you want me, yeah. Tell me something good. That's what I'm hearing. Who gets that song in a tarot reading? Bottom of the deck is Temperance. Sagittarius, Major Arcana. Yes, ma'am. This is about patience, understanding, deep wisdom, okay? Deep understanding and deep wisdom. Okay. You know what it's also telling me? That you have been really happy. Like you've been really taking time out to sit in nature. You've really connected with nature. And you've also connected with candles and music. And so you've been doing pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But still these triggers pop up and you're like, that's not me. I thought I got control over this. It takes time. And I think that's that message with the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. You know, even Buddha, this is Buddha there, it takes time. Just because you've mastered something for a year or 2 years doesn't mean you're not going to get tested. And it doesn't mean that things aren't going to come up to still try you, you know? All right, well, that one wants to come up outright. So we have Judgment, Karmic Review. So there are things in the past that bother you. Please excuse my nails, guys. I was planting flowers without gloves. So literally my fingers have been in the dirt. So if you see that, I know. I have to go back out and finish about 4 more planter pots. And I didn't bother. I mean, I washed my hands. I just didn't bother really trying to get the dirt out. So excuse that. Excuse that. Okay, so we got Judgment. A lot of the past, which I'm not surprised. When we're doing a reading of anger and disappointment, of course the past is going to come up. But we're just going to touch the center of what's hurting you here in this reading. Okay. So bottom of the deck here is Five of Wands, conflict and competition. Do some of you guys feel like there's a lot of conflict or competition in your life between you and a sibling or a child or a parent? It just feels like you're always in competition. Maybe you grew up in a home that you had to fight for attention, you know, because you weren't given it naturally. You felt you had to excel in school or excel in money or just excel in certain areas to get noticed. There's also an energy here that if it's about love and not family issues, you always felt like you were in competition with another lover. Like you were always fighting for your spot. That there was another lover kind of lurking around, fighting for your position. And that's really, really stressful. To feel like you're in life and every time you get given something, you're fighting for that spot, for that place, and it's not just given to you, or it's not protected, or, you know, when it's achieved, it's not just settled. You're constantly in conflict for that position. That can create a lot of stress. We're going to get some answers today on how to deal with feeling competitive and how to deal with people that are competitive with you. Spirit, please guide and direct me with these cards. All truth will be revealed. Okay, all truth will be revealed. Don't think that anything done in the dark will stay secret. At one point or another, whatever's done in the dark will be revealed into the light. Sometimes this is just too much to think about. This journey, this love, this relationship, this family situation, you feel like, Stephanie, I can't with this. I can't with this person. I can't with my mom. I can't with my dad. I can't with my ex-lover or my, siblings. I can't. It's too much. Every time I try to think about it, it puts me in a place where I don't want to be. So there's a lot of escapism here. And that's going to definitely lead to not being able to deal or heal your situation. Running away and not wanting to deal with it, not wanting to think about it is not the answer. Let's get another message here. What do we need to know from the Epiphany? Spiritual work and self-discovery. You have to be willing to do this. And maybe you are. Maybe this is you on your journey. But the spiritual work that you need to do more than any spiritual work right now is self-discovery. And what does that mean for you? Study your birth chart. Study your sun sign, your soul. Okay? Study your moon sign, your mind and your feelings and your mother. The reason you were born. Study your rising ascendant. Okay, why are you here? What is the purpose of you? That's the rising ascendant, okay? Study those things, okay? Study, the sun is your father, the moon is your mother. Those are the two energies that created you, the positive and the negative integer. The feminine and the masculine force that created you. And now the world sees you, the rising sign. But who are you really? Study your soul, the sun, and study your mind and feelings, and your heart, the moon. Understand yourself. This self-discovery is going to open up windows and doors that you didn't know were open. Self-discovery. Give me one more, Spirit. Give me one more. Give me one more for this collective. Spirit guides, Ascended Masters, help me deliver this message. Okay. I feel like this is a bonus, but I'm going to take it. I see poor judgment. Okay. I have to pull what I see. I see poor judgment. Bottom of the deck is mastering a karmic lesson. I also see fears and anxieties. And down here I see true love stories never end. And think the impossible, think the unexpected. A lot of you guys are disappointed about a love situation. Okay? A lot of you guys expected more from them. Some of you guys expected more from your mother. I see the Empress, the pregnant woman is the mother. If you guys expected something from your mother, you may have been disappointed. If you expected something from your love, you may also be disappointed. If you expected anything, surprise, you're disappointed. You know, there's a positive side about expectation. It's called confidence, faith, trust. You know, it gives you an empowerment. I love expectations, expecting something to come in, expecting a check, expecting financial grace, expecting a visitor, expecting a love situation to turn around, expecting a phone call. But those are a little bit different. Those are small little milestones. Those are small little goals. It's okay to expect small little goals. You should expect a check in the mail. You should expect a visit. You should expect something. If you put energy into something, you should expect something back. Here's where it gets sticky. And here's the negative side of expectation. We confuse expecting little personal goals the same as expecting it from our lovers or our family members. We expect them to treat us a certain way. Let's say your family's coming in for a visit, and you play it all out in your head. You envision them saying hello, giving you a hug and a kiss. You envision them maybe crying when they see you. You envision them embracing you and just being really affectionate and loving with you and totally into a conversation. And you might even hear them say things like, "Hey dear, how are you? What's been going on with you?" You maybe expect concern. You expect people to know that you're hurting. You expect, especially your mom or dad or siblings, to notice your pain. Maybe it's a friend. You expect them to know you because you know them, because you're intuitive, because you're empathic, because you're a highly sensitive person. So you might expect them to see you in the same light, in the same way, but the sad disappointment is they don't. And the sad disappointment is when you're not embraced in which you thought you would. You're not asked questions. You're not loved and treated the way that you expected to be treated. And that was just an example, but you know, think of it as a love relationship or even a son-daughter relationship with you. You might expect your relationship to be with them a certain type of way. And that's where you're going to get disappointed. And with disappointment can follow, well, what follows disappointment is anger. And what follows anger is hate. Sorry about that. So sometimes you can have hate or anger in your heart and disappointment. And it all stems from your expectation. But instead of treating it that way, instead of looking at your expectation and saying, gosh, it was me, I expected more and I didn't receive it. Now I'm angry, now I'm resentful, now I'm hurt, now I'm upset, and now it's growing inside of me. And I don't want to feel that. I don't want to notice those things. But here they are. And now I have to deal with it. And that has a little bit to do with poor judgment. It has to do with fears and anxieties. Okay? So you're going to have to go through these things and just kind of feel them as you go. But I think me talking about that probably touched a few little nerves. Hopefully it triggered something inside of you to give you some truth and some revelation of self, because really this reading is you opening up your own doors, not me opening them up. I will touch certain points and it will open up on its own inside of you. That's conviction of the Holy Spirit, and that's conviction from God trying to teach you a spiritual teaching inside yourself. You're your own spiritual guru and teacher because you're wise enough to discern what is for you and what is not for you, the message that is meant for you and where it needs to go. Expecting something from someone is not the way to go, guys. You will end up disappointed because we have no control over people. And as much as we would like them to treat us a certain way and love us a certain way, that may not happen. And that little word may not, those little two words, may not happen, can lead to real hurt. I would much rather, and so would Spirit and your higher self, much rather you just be happy for the interaction, open, and whatever happens, happens. And you have to make the most of it. Let's go ahead and reveal the other oracles from the Wisdom Cats. Conundrum, up in the air. So this is a conundrum. You're like, I don't understand. Why am I feeling anger and resentment? I dealt with that. I addressed these situations. I dealt with these things. I don't understand why I'm feeling it. It is a conundrum. I don't understand. I'm at peace. I'm at one with nature. I have a singing bowl. I meditate. I listen to music. I light incense. I say please and thank you to the universe all the time. I'm understanding. I don't understand why I'm feeling these ways. So frustration kind of is with this conundrum. The other one is bliss. Contentment is in hand. It's so weird because at the same time you're feeling frustrated and angry and disappointed and all of those things, you also feel happier than you've ever been. You're like, Steph, I am so happy. I am freaking happy. Hi, Max. I am so happy and at peace with the world and my life and myself. I'm grateful. I'm enjoying my life right now. I'm enjoying my daily presence here on this earth. Things are going good for me. How can I be feeling these things and at the same time be feeling bliss? Well, here's another key word. Well, bliss, but the other word is isolation. Everyone has bliss in isolation. There's nothing to trigger you. There's no one to bother you. There's no one to test you. The universe isn't messing with you at all. Isolation is easy. It may not seem that way to everybody, but it is. Isolation can be easy because it's the easiest thing to do when you don't want to deal with all of this frustrating, too much to think about, fears and anxieties. I'm afraid to tell you that isolation is a cop-out in this reading. If you find yourself isolating, pulling away from lovers, children, family, spouse, work, people in general, let's just say people. If you find yourself pulling away more often than you engage with people, you might be dealing with what I'm talking about. You might be struggling with fear and anxieties and anger and disappointment. And we're not knowing how to fix it because we're not exercising our spiritual energy on how to fix this. How do I do this? Well, good news. The Fix-It angels here in your reading, Archangel Raphael, the Temperance card, is well known the Fix-It angel. So you are going to fix this problem today. You are going to get a handle on this. You're going to get a plan and you're going to figure this shit out once and for all. Okay? You're going to get it. The next card here is frisky. Time to play. Get excited. This is like a mission. Okay? You are 007 and this is your mission. Get frisky. You're going to conquer this next little battle inside yourself. Okay? And you're going to master it. You're going to come out a freaking master at this shit. Okay? You're going to be thanking your lucky stars that, you know, Spirit gave you this mission. Because you're going to be so great at this. You're going to be able to teach others how to deal with this kind of a situation. You're going to be a very wise teacher when you're done with all of this. Okay, so we're going to master this shit and we're going to rule the world. Are you ready to rule the world? Rule. Cats rule. Dogs drool. No, they don't. Well, they do, but I love dogs. But I just thought of that saying when I was doing the reading. Okay, first card is Four of Wands. And this represents union. Two humans coming together in a bond and an oath. The next one is Strength card in reverse. Not being able to control yourself. Not being able to control your inner demons, the voices, the thoughts in your head, and last but not least, your temper. Please control your temper. What movie was that from? Remember? Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Remember Beauty and the Beast when all his little friends were doing his hair? The Disney. And they were getting him ready to go to the ball with Belle. And they were giving him advice when he was going to go to the ball with her. And they were like, smile, chew with your mouth closed. You know, don't forget to say please and thank you. Ask her to dance. And then all of them at the same time yell at him, and don't forget to please control your temper. You know, and he's like, what are you saying? I have a bad temper? Yeah, his friends were like, yeah, you have a very bad temper. And even Belle in the movie in Beauty and the Beast, she was like, you need to control your temper. Like you rash out of nowhere. You freak out, you know? Do you have a temper? Like maybe I'm reading for someone that has a temper. That's okay. No judgment here. I have a temper as well. To be very honest with you, I do have a temper. It comes out every now and then. I'm not Miss Perfect. I'm always trying to work on controlling my temper. It's not easy. Okay? It's actually kind of really hard for me. But it's okay if you have a temper. No judgments here. Okay. All right, so that's one message. Let's get the other one. Third party in reverse. I kind of take this as there's been third parties. There may not be third parties now, but there has been third parties. The other one is Eight of Swords, trapped. I feel stuck in my mind, in my thoughts. I can't escape these thoughts, no matter how hard I try to not think bad of someone or get angry at someone or, you know, feel these thoughts about myself or any kind of mental conflict. You kind of think that you're helpless. I'm out of control. I can't help that I have a temper. I can't help who I am. I can't help how I respond. So who has the power? You or them? I don't think you want to answer the question that it's the people that are triggering you that have power over you. But by you allowing them to come in and upset you in a way where you don't have any control over yourself is giving away that power. And that may be why strength is in reverse. So we have an 8-8. This is another conundrum. How can you have control at the same time you're giving control to someone else? And it seems like, you know what, there is a third party involved much of the time. Could be you, a mom and a dad. Could be you and a dad and a mom. Could be you and your child and your parent. Could be you, your child, and the other parent. Could be you and your lover and a third party. An additional lover. Okay? However this resonates for you, just please tweak that for your personal situation, because this message is meant to come through for you. And I don't know your situation. You do, but I know the general energy of the reading is there is you, someone, and someone else generally involved, and you feel out of control. And there is competition, and there is conflict, and there is a temper, and there is a little hint here of anger, okay? That tends to be a struggle because this is a karmic lesson. We've got to master this, and I know we are. We're going to do it, but we have to address these things. The next card here is King of Wands. So this is someone that you feel always has control. A good-looking, charming, this is a very charming person. Maybe someone that looks innocent, but maybe they're not always innocent. You know, this is someone that goes and gets what they want. This is, I own it. I own the room. I take control. I'm the master of my universe. And you might feel this is your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your lover. Maybe it's a karmic third party. Whoever this is, this King of Wands, you're frustrated because how is it they can go and get what they want? How is it they can master a room? They can master people. They can control their situation. They can control their destiny, but I can't, and that's frustrating. Then we have the High Priestess. This is someone who is intuitive, sharp, and I think this is you. I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I believe this is you because you are a very smart, highly sensitive person, intuitive, psychic, okay, spiritual. This is a Pisces energy, the High Priestess. She knows all things. There's the raven on her shoulder telling her what he's seen in his journeys through the dark. So this is really her being psychic, foreseeing things. Notice the two pillars on the side of her, black and white candles, representing yes and no, representing the two pillars of truth, dark and light. Okay, the understanding of balance and karma, the yin and the yang. The universe behind her represents the spiritual world. And the red cloth behind her has fallen halfway down. And it represents she can go into the spiritual world and into this physical world as she pleases. She's very good at meditation. She's very good at telepathy. She's very good at tarot. She's very good at palm reading and understanding energy. She's very good at reading souls. She picks up on people's energy quite easily because she is both part of the spiritual world and this world. In front of her is a bunch of smoke, but really under her crystal ball is the universe. And right in front of her, you can't really see through the smoke, but there is tarot cards and books all around her. So she's studying the esoteric, and it's hidden by this cloud. Under this cloud is tarot, books, teachings, okay? Everything. The Torah, which is the first original works of the Bible, the Hebrew teachings, the ancient. Then, you know, you've got the Akashic Records, which is around people. And then mysticism, hidden Dead Sea Scrolls, you know, secret workings of the occult. Everything's secret and hidden from you. She has hidden in front of you. So she is the master of secrets. She knows all and she hides all right in front of your face. So you are the master of secrets. You are this Piscean energy. It's also Gemini because of the double duplicity. And some people see it as Scorpio for the occult and the teachings and the wisdom of all of that. So if you want to look at it as a Pisces, Gemini, or Scorpio, that's okay. But I think this is you. And I think you do understand the teachings and the occult and the mysticism. You understand the spiritual realm and you understand this physical realm. But here's where it gets sticky. You feel a little bit uncomfortable in a normal world. I mean, look at her. She doesn't quite fit in. She's not normal. She doesn't fit in with the normal cliche groups of the people that are into sports or the people that are into, you know, family, you know, success and maybe great strides of education with the normal education system, like normal college. She's very educated, but maybe not in the way that the world sees as normal. She's very educated in the abnormal, the paranormal. And so you feel a little bit odd. You feel a little bit different than maybe your family or your friends or just people around you in general, maybe even a lover, you know, but you feel different. And that's okay. You should feel different. What's very odd here, if you're in a relationship, one of the things that I'm noticing is you are not in control. There's a third party always kind of lurking around your relationship. Could be a parent, could be kids, could be work, you know. There's just an invasive energy. Can I just say that? Because we don't even know if it's a person. But there's an invasive energy between you and your partner, okay? Your partner is confident. Your partner is dedicated. Your partner is good looking and charming. Your partner has a way to woo people and kind of turn them on his side or her side, and, you know, very good with people. A lot of people are attracted to your person. I'm not just talking sexually, although that could be a thing, but I'm talking energetically. People are drawn and attracted to your person. He's likable or she's likable. And you feel very unlikable. You feel like the black sheep. You feel like the wallflower. Even if you're one of the most friendly Geminis that makes friends with everybody, you still feel judged. And that's definitely a karmic thing that you have to deal with. If you're feeling very judged, that's something going on the inside, not the outside. Because if I look at this as one person, a whole, a masculine and a feminine, which is one person here, I feel the deepest part of the inside of you is very mystical, and you feel very insecure and judged, and you like isolation. You're an introvert on the inside of you. On the outside of you, you come off very likable and talkative and friendly and charming and attractive. So the outside of you seems very normal, but the inside of you is not very normal. And maybe that also makes sense for you. So please take these messages, how it resonates for you, if it's you and your partner or it's just you in general feeling this way, feeling conflicted. And this third party, if it's just a single person here, this third party is a third party personality. I'm not saying you have multiple personalities, but I'm saying you do have multiple energies of self. We all do. And there's a part of you that comes out, okay, as together and put together as you are as a human. There's a part of you that comes out when you feel out of control. Because you might be a little bit of a control freak here. And when you feel out of control, put into a corner, meant to see something, hear something, or deal with something that you don't want to deal with and there's no escape. Like your family comes to visit and they're in your house, they're not going anywhere. You're going to have to deal with them. That feels cornered. Or, you know, if your lover wants to go show up at a family birthday party with their lover and they bring that karmic and you have to sit there in their energy, that's when you feel cornered. Like you have to deal with something against your control. And that, my friends, is when the third party energy of yourself comes out. And this is when you lose your shit. Some people lose their shit. I got to open my window. It's getting really smoky in here. Give me a moment. Oh, my poor back. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh.
Okay, now what are you doing?
What?
Now what are you doing?
I was opening the window because it's very smoky in here from the incense.
Yeah.
Close the door, handsome.
Why?
Because I need you to.
Mom, just why?
I love you. I'm doing work, you know. Oh,
Why is the light turned off?
because it's feeling nice in here. You shouldn't be in here. It's too smoky. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so somebody had a message and they said, I wig out. Well, there you go. And that is the temperance that we're talking about. And that is the stress that you go through when you wig out, okay? When you have you lose your stuff, okay? Because you can only take so much is kind of how you feel before you're gonna really lose your temper and go off the rail and just kind of freak out because you don't know how to deal with the trigger. But that's what's being talked about here in today's reading with temperance. We have to find a way to find inner peace, not outer peace. And that is a very real message. I looked up at the clock. I saw 41 minutes and 41 seconds when I said that. That is a mere reflection, or it's just a duplicate. It's a double energy. It's a confirmation. 4 + 1 is 5, so that would be 5, 5, which something has to change, and that's what it is. You cannot avoid trials, troubles, and tribulations and conflict because it's too much for you. You cannot avoid your family or your lovers or people because it's too much for you. I'm not saying throw yourself into the lion's den all the time, but I'm saying do it and gain control over your body, your mind, and your temper. You need to temper yourself. You need to temper yourself because whenever you do get cornered, like I just mentioned, you have zero control. And that's the truth. Strength card in the reverse. And as much as you love these people and you love spirit and you love the universe and you love nature and you're so balanced most of the time, when it comes to being triggered, you're not balanced. And that's what needs to be tempered on your spiritual journey. Now, if you weren't a spiritual person on a spiritual journey, who gives a shit? Go ahead and walk around with your temper. But you are a spiritual person on a spiritual journey. And we're going to master that. Someone had a comment and said it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I often lose my temper, and I'm a spiritual person. And I tell myself, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you just lose your shit like you have zero control? You know, I talk to myself, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you popping off at the mouth? Why are you acting like a fool? Seriously, that's not you. I tell myself that. That's not you. That's not you on a daily basis. How could you allow this person to turn you and twist you into this person? But the truth is, I didn't allow someone. I allowed myself. Oh, I allowed myself to be triggered. We have to find a way as spiritual people how to balance our tempers because we live in a world of stress and conflict and competition. How are we going to stand out and be different? How are we going to teach and grow and conquer our karma if we never deal with our triggers? So anyways, that's another message. And again, this is a message for those of you that feel triggered. And those are for people that still feel angry and still feel discontentment and disappointment, and they don't understand why. If you don't feel anger or discomfort, discontentment or disappointment, if you're feeling pretty good about life in general, then this message probably is not for you. But if you do have a struggle with those feelings, then this message is for you. So let's read the other energies that are hiding down here. Okay. So the first one is, I feel so bad. So whenever you lose your temper, whenever you kind of lose your shit, you feel terrible. You feel terrible for the people around you, and you feel terrible for yourself. It doesn't make you feel good. I don't know anyone that goes off on someone and feels good, unless they really deserved it. I guess there has been a few occasions where I went off on someone and I was like, God, I've been meaning to say that for a long time. God, it feels so good to release it and tell this person how I feel and who they are. And, you know, there's occasions where it does feel good to go off on someone, especially when they need to hear a message. And everyone's been avoiding to tell them. And then when you tell them, you're like, yeah, now they know. That's different. That feels good. And sometimes it's needed. But there's also times when you go off on your kids, or you go off on your mom or your dad or your lover. You just go off on them and you say terrible things you wish you never said. And those are the regrets. You know, that's that 5 of Cups. This is, I feel so sad. And that's when you regret letting your emotions get the best of you. Because a lot of times you're saying things that you feel in the moment, but aren't really the truth. You're just triggered. You don't really truly resonate with those feelings. You just felt that way at that moment. Let's get the next card. Struggle. So this is a part of your daily struggle. Putting your foot in your mouth, saying things you wish you never said. Okay? And you struggle with that. And it's something that you're aware of. It's something that this card says, yes, they are aware of this. It is a daily struggle for them to deal with this kind of a temper or a situation. The next card that you have is, ooh, a bad word there. Fuck off. Whenever you do go off on someone and you lose your temper and you lose your shit, you kind of get in the mood of, fuck off, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to see you. Leave me alone. I need to isolate and go be in my own space. Don't coddle me, don't ask me if I'm okay, I'm not, and you're angry. You're fucking angry with yourself, you're angry with the world, you're angry with the people that upset you and triggered you, you're just fucking mad. And this is the rage, the coal and the ball of fire that rages everything else. This is like the key. And I just don't want to be messed with. Why do you push me? Why do you trigger me? Why do you ask me anything? Why are you even wanting to be around me? Nobody wants to be around me, and I get it. Like, you have these thoughts, and it's just, fuck off. I know I'm annoying. I know I'm angry. I know I'm difficult to deal with. So why are you here? What are you still doing here? Oh, a card popped out to me. 6 of Swords in reverse. I don't want resolution. I don't want to fix this. I don't want to deal with this. Is that a clue to this message? I think so. Part of you does not want to deal with this. That's the truth. Part of you would rather bury this and say, we're done. I tried. I don't know what else to tell you, but I gave it my best shot. And I'm really not in the mood to try again. You know, this is not for me. This is not my message. Okay? You know what? This is you saying this. You know what? It's better off we don't talk. It's better off we separate. You know what? It's better for you that I disappear and go somewhere. It's better for you. Just stay away, don't bother me, and you won't get hurt and I won't get triggered. It's just better that way. Okay? Yeah, we're gonna call bullshit on that today because this is my reading. I know. You probably might hate me for saying it, but I don't really care. We're gonna get to the truth of this reading. Let's continue. Let's continue down the rabbit's hole. It's so weird. When you burn resin incense, you can taste it in the air, and it kind of makes me have a bad taste in the back of my mouth where I can taste the resin. And I'm just like, oh, I love the smell of it, but damn, why do I have to taste it? I hate that taste. And maybe that's a message too today for your reading. Sometimes you leave a bad taste in someone's mouth, or they leave a bad taste in your mouth about them, okay? Let's go ahead and turn the page down here and see what supports this message. So we have Judgment, Karmic Review. The next card is Eight of Swords again. Check it out, guys. Look at that. You guys got two of them, two different decks. Eight of Swords, the feeling of being trapped. Stuck in your own mind, stuck in your own world. Even here it says imprisonment. So you're imprisoning your own self because the reason you feel you can't communicate, the reason you feel you can't be around people, the reason you isolate yourself, and the reason you're struggling with this is because you are telling yourself you are stuck. You are telling yourself it's better that you're isolated. We're going to continue. The next one is Seven of Pentacles, reevaluation. Okay, you're reevaluating yourself, and that's good. You're here, you're watching this message. You are reevaluating your decisions because, yes, you've made some pretty poor judgments over here. A lot of the poor judgments was acting out on your fears and anxieties. A lot of your poor judgments were losing your shit, and you know it. A lot of your poor judgments also were expecting something from someone and it didn't happen. And you're like, damn it, I knew I shouldn't have expected more. Why did I let myself down? Why did I tell myself it was going to be different with this person? That's a struggle all on its own. The next one is Two of Wands, planning and decisions. You plan to keep yourself trapped. You plan to keep yourself away from people. Let's just go out and say it. Your plan of action to fix all of this has been, I need to isolate. Just stay away from me. I need to move away. You know, maybe I need to move to Florida. Maybe I need to move to New York. Maybe I need to move to the mountains. Maybe I just need to move the fuck away and put myself in my own prison. Do you want to live in a prison? Because I bet you if you talk to any prisoners, they're going to tell you that their punishment is to be put in the box in isolation and not communicate with anybody. And so I bet prisoners would be like, what? You want to be in isolation? But you're like, well, yeah, it's different. I'm not in some dark little box. I'm in nature, or I'm in a beautiful place. I'm one with God. I'm more at peace with myself. I don't get in any arguments. I don't have any problems with people. True, true. Here's also what you don't have. You don't have new memories made with your family members. You also don't have comfort and affection from another. You also don't have bonding moments and teaching moments and learning moments with another human being, with another soul. You also don't have the power to confront your fears and anxieties and temperament. You also lack the tools to communicate and be around other people. So go ahead and isolate, but just know that you are lacking. You are not gaining. You are missing out and you are lacking. And that's just something that needs to be said in this reading. You may have bliss in isolation, but you should have bliss in both worlds. And here's what people like Sadhguru and Buddha and Deepak Chopra and other spiritual teachers and leaders and gurus, here's something they have. They have peace within. They don't look for peace on the exterior. They're not triggered by disputes and conflicts. They're not triggered by loud noises. They're not triggered by difficult people. They have a deep understanding of themselves. And they're able to be in any situation and tune out the world when they need to at the drop of a hat. They're able to meditate in a busy city with horns and fire engines and ambulances and people walking all around them. They're able to create their own peace inside of them, like the center of a tornado. Can you imagine? And I've seen it on that movie, the Twister. They go inside the tornado, and at the eye of the storm is peace, sunny skies, no wind, no rain, no darkness, bright light, and just it's peaceful inside the center of the storm. Everywhere else on the outside, it's spinning and things are flying and things are being destroyed. But on the inside, it's very peaceful. You are being asked to do a very spiritual thing, to find peace on the inside, no matter what's going on the outside. In front of you, you are being asked in a nutshell as a whole today to find temperance, to temper your energy. And I will read from that because that is mostly your message. But we're going to keep going. The next card here is Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness. Woohoo! You are going to break through this barrier. You're going to find the awareness that you need about self, that reflection into self, that judgment card, karmic review. You are going to look inside your struggle and call it out bravely. And there's the duplicity there, that High Priestess, that Gemini, that Pisces, that Scorpio energy looking within. You are breaking through your own barriers. Good job. That's really good. And the last one is, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. I should hide it. I should not trigger you. I should put it over here on the side. Because God knows I don't want to trigger everybody. But I'm going to trigger you. We got the Devil card. The Devil. Bum, bum, bum. Obsession. She said it. Oh, shit. She said it. We got the Devil. We have obsession. We have, lack of control again. But what does it stand for? What is this message for? Look at the High Priestess right up above the Devil. And she's like, you guys are obsessed with isolation. Obsessed. You have zero control. That is your go-to. My go-to is pull away and isolate. You know what? It's better off for everybody. Because then I don't hurt them and I don't hurt me. That's a lie. And the Devil is a liar. If you think you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting other people, by pulling away, you're wrong. And here's how I'm going to tell you you're wrong. The things that you don't notice when you isolate is people ask, where are you? They miss you. Where is divine feminine? Where is divine masculine? They're not here. You're supposed to be a light in the dark. You're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to be a light worker, a healer, a giver. And when you pull yourself away from people, you pull away your high vibe, your knowledge, your wisdom, everything Spirit has laid upon your lap to help others, You are stealing the light from others because you don't know how to conquer your own self. You're robbing people of the wisdom and light and gift you've been given of knowledge and wisdom of the other side. Why would you be blessed with such a gift? Why would you be blessed with such knowledge and wisdom? To keep it and hoard it and hide it for yourself. We call that selfish, where I come from. We call it selfish. Okay? We're going to get an oracle card on that. A southern oracle, because I feel like southern charm, southern manners. Somebody here forgot southern charm and southern manners. You know what? When you have guests, you sit up in the guest's face until they go to bed. When you are hosting something, you are present from morning till dusk. Breakfast till dinner. You make a sacrifice and you make a point to be there for them. When you have children, it is your responsibility. You brought them into this world, not the other way around. It is your job to nurture and care and comfort. It is your job to say please and thank you, yes ma'am, yes sir, to be respectful of your elders. If you fail short of these energies, I feel like the Southern Oracle is going to come and whoop that ass. Spirit, what do you want to say with these Southern Oracles? What do you want to say about this? What do you want to say? Bottom of the deck, if that ain't the truth, grits ain't groceries. Believe it. Trustworthiness. Watch it now. Watch for the signs. Trust your intuition. Lucidity and the real deal. This is the real deal. You got to own it. Let's be grown and let's just own it. I think that's what Temperance wants to say. Oh, under that breaking karmic chains, breaking karmic cycles. In reverse, we have some trouble breaking this habit. Okay, Spirit says, be the master of peace, be the master of self. If that ain't the truth, grits ain't groceries, honey. You've got to master yourself for others and to be who you're meant to be. The next one is number 16, Tower Vibrations. Chicken with its head cut off. Woo, child. Honey, you've been very busy. You've been overwhelmed. You're in a frenzy. You're struggling with deadlines and stress, chaos. You need to refocus and redo for better results. Have you found yourself lately stressed out by a deadline? Sometimes it's not helpful to plan so hard to a point where you have a date and a deadline you must meet, and if you don't make it, then you're screwed. Sometimes that doesn't help. You know what? We're going to ring the bell on that. We're done. We're done with overwhelming ourselves and stressing the fuck out. We're done trying to say we have to do something by a certain time. Fuck all that. The universe is full of change. We have to change with it. We have to change with it. We can't. We just can't, guys. You know, sometimes shit doesn't work out the way we thought. Sometimes we don't retire when we think we're going to retire. Sometimes we're not married when we fucking think we're going to be married. Sometimes we don't have babies when we think we're going to have babies. So flat out, sometimes we are not where we thought we would be. God dang it. And you know what? Instead of sitting here stressed the fuck out about it, you have to just say, you know what? Enough. That doesn't work for me anymore. It was a nice goal. It was a nice plan. But it's not my reality. It's not me. It's not my reality. This is not my present moment. And no wonder I'm frustrated. Because I want something to happen that will not happen. Period. The time came and the time went. And it just didn't happen for me. I wanted a great relationship with my parents. Didn't fucking happen. Now I'm what, 50, 60? I gotta fucking put that to rest. You know? I thought I would be married and have a house with a picket fence by now, but now I'm 40. You know, I'm lucky that I have a nice home. And if a child comes into my life by adoption or by foster care or by helping a sister or a nephew or a niece, then so be it. That's my life. I'm not going to grieve about it. We have to deal with this. There is a disappointment. The time came and the time left, honey, and it ain't happening no more. And we've got to let it go for our own peace. Why are we hanging on to something that didn't happen? Maybe it's been 5 fucking years since the last time you saw your kid's father or your DM or baby's mom or ex-wife or whatever, you know, and you thought you guys were going to reconcile by now, and it hasn't happened. And there's no sign in blue blazes that it's even ever going to come in. They might as well just dropped off the face of the earth. Well, your job is to say, I'm not going to hang on to that shit. I'm not going to do it to myself. I am worthy. God damn it. Right? I am worthy. Why am I hanging on to this? Why do I think that they are worthy of me? Why do I sit here and think that that person needs to come back? Because we had a good thing, kinda, and I want to make it better. No, fuck that. It wasn't good. And I hope they come back and things are, you know, fucking awesome. But if they're not, I hope they stay gone. Because you deserve better. When are you going to believe that? Sometimes, as sad as it is, Spirit takes something out of your fucking life. Because all they're going to do is hurt you. All they're going to fucking do is hurt you. Why do you deserve that? And why is it so hard for you to listen to Spirit when they know better? Can I just ask you guys a question? And I don't know if all of you guys have kids, but I do. And I relate like this. This is how I relate. If my son or daughter had a friend that constantly ignores them, mistreats them, takes advantage of them, takes their possessions and uses them for themselves, only comes around when there's something to gain for them. My advice for those children would be, get the hell away from this person. That is not a real friend. That is a user and an emotional spirit soul abuser. Oh, hell no. That is not the right friend for you. Nope. Ain't having it. And I'm not saying they're bad people. I'll tell them, I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're not good people for you. Okay? They may be a good person for someone else, but they're not good to you. Okay? I don't know why they treat you differently, but it ain't right. Okay? So we're going to let them go. We don't need them. There's somebody else. And even if there's not, you're better off on your own than with that person. That's what I would tell my kids. I would tell them that. And, you know, you have to tell yourself that too. If there's somebody in your life that, you know, is a lover or something that they just come in to take from you, they don't come in to give to you, when are you going to put up some boundaries and limitations and say enough's enough? You're not just going to come in through town, you know, and give a little of this and walk back out and make me miss you, make me cry, make me wish I had you. That ain't good enough. Is it good enough for your kid to have their father or their mother come in and out? A little phone call, a little FaceTime, a little once in a blue, I'll be there, but then the other times I'm not. Really? You know, I don't know. You'll have to figure that out for your own. I'm not saying keep your kids away from that because it's always good to know two parents. But don't cry when they're not around. Teach them to be strong. Teach them to say, I'm glad you're here when you're here. I wish you could be here for more. I'm sad that you're not. I'm really sad that you're not here, but you gotta, you know, You got to be stronger than that. And if you're an adult and you feel like that with your parents, they're not there for you 99% of the time. And the times they are there for you, it's for them. You know, or for some other reason, and you're hurt because they weren't there for you. Honey, you're dealing with some serious pain. You cannot be a wise person and not accept what is. And I think that is the general energy of this message today. Please take it how it resonates. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Grant me the courage to change the things I can. And Lord, grant me the serenity and the grace and the wisdom to know the difference. That's the prayer. That little serenity prayer is your message. It is your prayer today. Because you, if this resonates with you, you need to find peace in the center of you, regardless of what's going on around you. And the way for you to heal the damage that's been done to you and the reason you're triggered the way you are, that needs healing. And the answer is not, fuck off, I'm going to go off in isolation. Or, I can't go to isolation, so I'm going to lose my shit and go off on you. That's not the answer. The answer is to close your eyes and say that serenity prayer. I want you to do that. The next time you feel triggered, the next time your mom or your dad or your sister or brother or children or lover or coworkers, whoever, trigger you and you feel like you are cornered, I want you to close your eyes for just 30 seconds and take at least 3 big breaths. And I want you to say that serenity prayer inside of you. And then I want you to say a mantra. I am at peace. That's all. A few times. I am at peace. I am at peace. Peace is within me. Peace is within me. Catch yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? That's my message for you. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So don't be going around like a chicken with its head cut off. Too busy, because also what I notice here is you want to stay busy. Okay? You want to stay so busy cleaning, doing the kitchen, doing laundry, sweeping, helping the kids or the grandkids, working, having appointments, like to avoid your family. But then you might want to blame them for triggering you. They hurt me. They pushed me away. No, the truth is you stayed too fucking busy. You're too busy. You're too busy for them. Why? Because you want to isolate. Why? Because you might say something you don't want to say. Why? Because you don't have any control when you're triggered. Today's message is we're going to get control even when you feel triggered, cornered, okay? You're going to get control. This is how you're going to get control because we have to deal with these people. Some of these things are unavoidable. You can't just quit and get a new job or divorce and move on because the kids are involved or whatever, you know what I mean? Some of these things are unavoidable and you have to learn how to deal with your triggers. You have to accept things the way they are. The next one here we got is a little something I threw together. Accomplishment, triumph, self-esteem, confidence, talent, accolades, and fame. Another number 8. Just a little something you threw together. This is a fly by the seat of your pants. Run in the moment. Spur the moment. Like, these things are going to pop up and you're not going to see them coming. You're not going to hear a train whistle. like letting you know that this is coming in. Okay, this train isn't coming, but there's no warning. You have to learn how to deal with these situations as they pop up in your life, at work, with kids, with mom, with dad, with lovers. You have to practice. Is it going to be perfect when you practice? Probably not. Are you going to lose your shit still? Probably. And that's okay. Because the people that love you, they don't give a fuck if you lose your mind. You know why? Because they do too. But you're the spiritual teacher. You're the psychic. You're the guru. You're the teacher. You're the one with mystical wisdom and knowledge. You have to strive. You have to show people this is how you do it. And you will. Okay, so we got a couple cards. We got one that is healing. The road I'm on is a journey of the heart. All my memories live within me, and I am moving towards healing. Okay, so you're working your way through it. This isn't easy. Okay, healing doesn't happen tomorrow. Okay, it doesn't happen tonight. It doesn't happen because you say it happens. You're on a road to healing. Think the impossible, think the unexpected. Your response to loss also has to be dealt with. Don't be afraid of your grief. Let it out today. Let it breathe. It will not overpower you. Some of you guys think that if you were to like cry, scream, get angry, let it all fucking out, that it would ruin everything. Quite the contrary. The truth will set you free. Okay? Don't be afraid to let it all out. Cry, get angry. You hurt me. You know? You hurt me. I'm angry. Mom, Dad, you didn't do it right. You made me feel things I didn't want to feel. You didn't protect me. You didn't support me. You weren't there for me. That hurts. I expected more from you. Key word, I expected. Expected is the key word. I expected more from a parent than what I got. Ding, ding, ding. You heard it. The magic word. I expected. Okay? That's where it let you down. Remember, like I said, expectations will let you down every time when it involves other people. You can expect a check to come in. You can expect a better you tomorrow. You can expect personal things to happen to you. Life-changing moments. But for you to expect another soul or human to behave a certain way, you are not in control of that. You have no control over another human's perspective, actions, words, behaviors, or feelings. And if you can let that go, King of Wands, then you, my friends, have a beautiful death to your ego. And that's a beautiful thing. Do not expect someone to behave a certain way. You are not them. You do not feel as they feel, see as they see. Your path is not to walk as they've walked. You could not possibly see or feel the things they are feeling, no matter how empathic you may be. Until you have experienced the life that person has experienced, you cannot understand why they made the decisions they made. You also have to understand humans do the best they can with the knowledge and experience that they have at that time. And sure, When you look back, Judgment card, and you see poor judgments, you think, I should have done this, or I should have done that. I should have said this. I should have did that. I should have taken a different route. But the fact is, you can't go back. And being angry about the should have and could have and would have's is only further torment. And I don't think you guys want to torment yourselves for eternity. And I don't personally think you should torment your family members or lovers for things that they've done. As much as you want to protect someone if they're of age, as much as you want to protect someone, you have to loosen the reins and let them make their choices and their mistakes and have triumphs. Okay. We're going to get a message about the Temperance card. First, I'm going to read about Temperance, and then we're going to get a Kali Oracle. So Archangel Raphael is the correct angel. I'm sorry, my bad. Archangel Raphael, the messenger angel, is depicted in the energy of the Temperance card because he bears the sign of the sun on his forehead. It is also the alchemist symbol of gold. Temperance and the moon card balance each other. Each has a pull and a path under different circumstances. This card reflects the change of the seasons and the embrace of new ideas. Temper is the act of repetition, to invoke the skill to refine something. So it's about refining yourself, refining your temper. Guys, we're not perfect. If you think you are born as a gift to this universe and you are perfectly tempered, you are wrong. We all have a temper, and you need to refine your attitude. You need to refine your words. You need to refine your temper. Don't act like it's an excuse that you can't help yourself. It's not an excuse. It's a shitty excuse. And yes, you can. It just takes work, doesn't it? That's the spiritual work and growth right here. And self-discovery. Okay. Make sharper like a sword. You have to make something sharper like a sword. You have to sharpen your wit, your intuition. You have to sharpen your skills to be a stronger person on the inside, full of peace, and temper that attitude. This is alchemy. Blending and harmonizing oppositional forces and concepts, holding opposing ideas and feelings, and fostering complexity in life. Fusion reproducing evolution. When you are out of balance, you have a refusal to see the other side of the story. You put yourself in only your shoes, and you have a very hard time understanding the other. You might be distracted, and you may not see the bigger picture because you're focused on small, insignificant things in the past, while important moments pass you by. Meaning, maybe you have family in town that you're never going to see again. And instead of embracing the new moments you can create, you're focused on the past moments. You haven't let them go. You're not able to enjoy the present because you're living in the past. That's why we have to temper these things. If you can't let go of those triggers, you're going to have a hard time. Let's get the Kali. What needs to be let go of, Spirit? Show us how. Show us how to temper. Cleanse these cards and give them new energy. And please show me how to temper our temperament, how to temper our feelings, our mind, and how to have peace in a triggering situation. How do we find peace in a triggering situation? How do we find the strength? How do we find the courage? Show us what we need to do. This is a difficult task. Whew, this is a difficult task. How do we do this? Please reveal to me in these cards. She's very pretty. Okay, so this card is the number 3, Empress vibes. Kalahara. Kalahara. Okay, look at the moon behind her. It's beautiful. She's got horns. Taurus energy is very strong here. Being strong, having that strength and the wisdom. The moon is wisdom. She's blue. She represents that Shakti energy. She represents the dark, the moon energy, the shadows, the secrets, the hardships, the difficulties. All that gold around her. We talked about gold with temperance. Gold is an energy that cannot be, how do you say, blended with any other element. Gold will always be gold. It cannot be blended. It is whole as is. It is a solid and a certainty. So she's wearing this. She's solid and she's certain and she's in power. Gold is like the sun. We're going to read this. Oh, and look, she's this person from the beginning. But 3 represents healing. Healing from the inside. Don't forget that. So guys, she is not bound by appearances. Opinions, and you all know you're triggered by opinions, we all are, or material limitations. Who's having doubts about money? Who also is triggered by appearances? Things are not always what they seem. Anyways, she is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel you are without resources, take comfort now. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She brings forth exquisite blessings and glorious manifestation from the sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe, combined with generosity and grace. Ladies and gentlemen, when all hope is lost, find a way forward. Even if it cannot be sensed, Kalahara arises as a reminder of the endless creativity and resourcefulness of the divine feminine. Her love will always find a way. If the way does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how to move on from where you are now and where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace manifest to provide what is needed at the perfect time. Prepare yourself by regularly connecting to your heart as you remain open to receive inner guidance on how to proceed. Please also take rest and be at peace in your connection with her. If inhibiting or obstructing forces are at work in your life, she knows how to use them so that we grow stronger rather than weaker. And when the time is right, annihilates them, thus ceasing their influence over your life and affairs. I also have a message for you that sometimes it's okay not to be okay. All right, guys? It's okay to cry. Maybe some of you are afraid of that. It's okay to be weak, and it's okay not to be okay. Don't tell yourself because you're a man or whatever and your family says don't cry, stiff upper lip, chin up. No, it's okay not to be okay. Ladies, for you as well, don't think that you are masters of the universe and the superwomen of today and that you cannot fall apart for a while. That is a part of healing and grieving. Now, I don't ask you guys to stay in that energy. Staying in that energy is very toxic. But it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to live there for a moment. It's okay to be there for a little while, to visit that energy and move through it, okay? It's all right. Don't feel like you have to avoid it. Someone has a comment here, it caught my eye. I don't know how I can be so mean when triggered. We all have that inside of us, and it's because you hold back so much. I think the people that are the meanest and the cruelest are the ones that hold back the most, because they have so much rage and fire to release when being triggered. If you could work on releasing more often, when you are triggered, it wouldn't be as bad. The presence of Kalahara reassures us that during those times when nothing appears to be happening in our outer world, there can be much value taking place at an inner level. It is possible to learn how to see, sense, and feel the subtle inner workings of your soul. But it does require a willingness to withdraw our faith from appearances and to no longer limit our sense of what is real to the physical world. We can practice dropping beneath the limited perceptions of the five senses by willingly entering into a sacred darkness of unknowing. We call this the cosmic void. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for that 1010. The super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. When one sense is minimized, did you ever notice that the others are heightened? Try closing your eyes or blindfolding yourself. Notice how your other senses come alive. Block your ears and your eyes and notice how taste and smell are heightened. Do these exercises, possibly to help you turn on your other senses. Maybe try blocking most of them, except for breathing, and notice what goes on inside of you. What does your mind tell you? What is your spirit showing you? What visions, thoughts, ideas, and feelings are you going to experience? The idea here is to shut off the five sensories of this world so we can change our perception. We can learn to trust what we intuitively sense, even in the absence of external confirmations. Whenever we intuit at such a level, we gain the ability to recognize our truth beyond the appearances of what it feels or looks like. Rather than seeing the surface of the earth as barren and becoming desperate, we can joyfully sense that within us, in the depths of our soil, a seed is gathering life force and will soon crack open to become lush and green and shoot then a plant that blooms with flowers and fruit. Kalahara brings guidance that something barely discernible is stirring within you. You may not even recognize the strength inside of you, but it has such potential to become a beautiful manifestation. And she reminds us that nothing is ever hopeless, no matter how much the mind may perceive us to believe so, persuade us to believe so. Through trust in her, we become an active expression to our own solution to our own difficulty. She bears the crescent moon, the moon in the crescent form, which shows us that there is light, but not full clarity. It does not mean that clarity does not exist, that the full light of the sun no longer exists, but that for a time, there can only be partial vision and understanding. This need not be a concern, because we can trust in the Divine Mother who is complete always. Where we are lacking in skill or capacity in any given moment, she more than makes up for the deficit. If what you sense lacks clarity, you need not worry. Even those with excellent perception cannot know certain things. This is no reason to become concerned. We can trust that the Divine Mother inside of us knows what is happening and what is needed. And divine timing comes into play, and it is always right. With care and trust, doing only what is needed at the moment, you will start to gain a different perspective. The Oracle of Kalahara marks the ending of a cycle in your life. After the full moon, when things have gone as far as they can go, and the initiation of a fresh new cycle, followed by a black or new moon, when that has fallen away, shall rise again, like the phoenix. Our beloved Kali Kalahara, cosmic lunar priestess, is the one who controls and changes all of us and the taking place and the stirring inside of us. Stay true to this inner work. Know that your efforts shall bear fruit. In other words, guys, know that your efforts to change, to be better, to get control of yourself will materialize. You may think that, oh, my temper is the way it is, there's no changing it. That is a perspective that needs to die. You are going to gain control. And we're not talking about turning on your tears or keeping them hidden. We're talking about the appropriate time for these things. For instance, you shouldn't lose your shit in the middle of a family dinner. You know? You shouldn't get up from the table, slam your plate across the way, cuss off, and go somewhere. That's lack of control. You know? You shouldn't start bellowing and crying in the middle of someone's birthday party because something is triggered. That's a lack of control. It's saying that there is a time and a place to feel these things, and you need to learn the appropriate time. You need to manage those things inside of you. And it takes practice. And you are going to get the hang of it. Don't ever tell yourself that's not possible. It is possible, because you're going to go within yourself and find the strength to calm yourself during the times when you need to be calm. And you're going to let yourself release things when they need to be released. And you're going to have balance in your life. You're going to have times where you're angry. You're going to have times where you're sad. And that's all going to be okay, because you're going to let them out when they need to be let out. And you're going to allow them to breathe. And you're going to balance those things. You're going to learn how to turn an on and off switch inside of you. And that is one of the greatest, most spiritual powers that I think we can have. Because if you have the power over yourself, your emotions, then you are the one in control, and other people no longer have power and control over you. It's very important to see that contrast. And if you allow people to trigger you, whoever they are, then you're giving them the power to control your emotions. They have the power switch and the trigger button to a bomb that erupts inside of you. You're going to take that back. Okay, let's get a Hidden Truth Oracle. If there's somebody that you want a message from, be it a parent, a child, a lover, someone that you have an issue with, I want you to think and meditate on that person. I'm going to put a few different piles out. I'm thinking 3, and that's going to be a message from that person, okay? Okay. So I kind of have 3 different piles, okay? And I want you to really meditate. 1 pile, 2 pile, 3 pile. Meditate on this person you want a message from. And we're going to reveal the hidden truth. Okay? So 3, 2, 1. We're going to start with pile 1. It's time for me to heal now. This person feels like they're at the end. I'm starting to understand our connection. I replay our conversations over and over. So for pile number 1, we have someone that is trying to understand. Someone that has not understood your anger or your feelings with them. This person in pile number 1 did not understand. Let me make it clear. They could not comprehend what you and their issue was. And as much as you understand it, as much as it makes sense to you, and it's simple, and it's obvious, and they should know, they do not. They are oblivious. And as stupid as that is, or as much as of a conundrum as that is for you to understand, how could they not understand our connection? They don't. And you have to let that go. It's time for you to heal now. This person for pile number 1 and you, it's time to heal because you're nearing the end of some kind of a situation. Maybe there's a separation. Maybe there's a death that's going to end you. Maybe there's just a long time silence, but something is coming to an end. Maybe it's just a cycle between the both of you. Something is ending here. And you have to make peace that they didn't understand and they can't comprehend yet. And they are trying. They are trying, and I think you should know that. This person is trying to figure it out. And they are just now starting to understand your connection with them. And as stupid as that may be, in your opinion, that they should have known long ago, you have to accept it for what it is. And you have to not have control and expectations over someone that is not you. Because this person is not you. They do not think like you. They do not feel like you. They do not perceive the world like you. They just are not in your vibe. They are blue and you are red. It's a hot and cold difference. So for you to be upset residually over something is pointless. For you to feel like they knew what they were doing is pointless because they didn't. And as stupid as that may sound to you, you have to make peace. They didn't know what they were doing, or this person didn't know. They were clueless, mindless, careless, unaware. And as much as it bothers you and bottles up inside of you, it doesn't do that to this person. And as much as you wish they could feel what you feel and see what you see and understand what you understand and be on the same page with you, there is no same page. And there probably cannot be. That's the epiphany. There cannot be the same page. And I have to learn to accept to let that go. There cannot be the same page for us. We won't have it. Lay it to rest. Bury it. Say goodbye to that. That experience and that past feeling is gone. Let it go. Let's get an epiphany card. Give me an epiphany card. Back to the good old times. A lot of you guys in this energy wanted to get back to the good old times, the way it was, There was a time in childhood or past or lover past or whatever past that things were really good for you. Maybe it was with family at a specific point in time. It's time to let it go because you are lurking in the shadows. And lurking in the shadows of what was and living in that past is not going to serve you. It will not serve you. So do not try to live there. The advice here is do not replay these conversations and memories in your head over and over and over again. Stop trying to relive those situations. Understand what I'm saying, that they're not on the same page with you, and that's okay. And let it go. Okay? So that is that message. Just breathe, let that out. I want you to take a moment, okay? For the people in pile number 1, take a moment. I think I feel called to do a singing bowl. Sorry if it's longer of a reading than you all like, but when I feel called to do things, I do them. So this is for you, pile number 1. I want you to let it go. They will not be on the same page with you. Not at this time. I want you to let go of those expectations. I want you to let go of them trying to come to you in some kind of reconciliation where you guys are both understanding of the matter. Because you guys may never meet at that place. I want you to let go of the expectation of mutual understanding. That may never happen. And I want you to let it go, and I want you to be okay with it. I want you to say right now today, if I never get that apology, if I never get that peace, if I never get that understanding of what was and what happened, I am okay. I accept the moment for what it is. I am in the present now. I am not in the past, I am in the present. And I let it go. I want you to find something to focus on. And I want you to stare at it, be it a candle, a butterfly, a fish tank, a statue, a candle, anything. I want you to focus on it. And I want you to say that mantra to yourself. I am okay letting this go. I am no longer in the past. I am in the present. And I am at peace. I am at peace with this situation. I am at peace with my past. So say it again. I am at peace with my past. Focus on the item in front of you. right here, right now. I am at peace with the past. I am at peace with the past. Let it go. Let that past be a little butterfly and watch it go. Goodbye, past. Goodbye, past. I let it go. I am at peace with the past. Okay. That is pile number 1. That is your situation. Okay? So we're good now. Let's be here. Let's be here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into pile number 2. So if you guys have picked pile number 2, this is 2, this is 3 here. I want you to see which pile is yours if you're catching up. This is going to be a message from someone that you have this disappointment, anger, or resentment with. Okay? And this is going to be a message about that situation or from them. But it's going to be a message to you. Let's see what it is. I wonder if you're happy without me. First card. I lost myself for a little while. We will be together again. A lot of pain and suffering in this particular message. Someone here had a lot of heartache being separated from you. They went off on a spiral. They were spiraling out of control. They went off in the distance. And they honestly believed that you were better off without them. You were safer, you were happier, and you are better without them. Okay? They were kind of in a self-pity situation. They felt really bad about life and really bad about themselves. So whether it was a physical separation or an emotional or mental separation, you guys definitely had a parting of ways. And this person just wants you to know, you know what? I am sorry. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I lost myself. I didn't know who I was, what I was doing, or who I am. But I am coming out of it. I am coming to. I am waking up. I'm seeing the error of my ways. I'm seeing my toxic patterns. I'm realizing things that I never saw before in myself and in my life. I am waking up. And I'm just really sorry and very emotional that I put you through this pain. I hope you can forgive me. I hope that you can forgive me one day. That when I do have the courage to come to you and apologize for being out of my genuine character and acting out in a way that was unjust, I hope that you can forgive me for that. Because we will be together again one day. Whether in this life or in the afterlife, we will be together again in some way. This separation is not permanent. And even though it may feel like it's permanent, I went away because I was protecting you. I didn't want to hurt you, or I didn't want to hurt our children, or I didn't want to hurt our life. And I was a mess. I was a wreck of a person. And I was a wrecking ball, and everything I touched and whosever life I entered, I crashed and I caused havoc and wreckage. And I loved you enough to step away from that because I didn't want to wreck you. I was out of control. And if you think this is going to go on forever and ever and always, you're wrong. I am going to get myself together again. I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to get my head on straight. I am going to come to, and I hope you can forgive me. I can't imagine the rest of eternity not making peace with you. I can't imagine not ever having harmony with you in some way again. My soul couldn't possibly continue down this path without that union, reconciliation, or recovery of what was lost. And I need resolution here. I hope that we can have resolution because I need resolution. Now, this is a message for someone that is, separated or gone. There may still be some separation between you. All you need to know from this message is that one day you will be together again. That your souls need to make peace. This is very much a soulmate message. I feel like the both of you were meant to be. I feel like there's a lot of signs, universal messages that brought you two together. And it was a triggering of healing. And there has to be some hermit mode distance from this person because they have to go within and see these spirals of self-loathing, self-hate, and self-worth issues. It's a lot of self, a lot of Virgo vibes, overthinking, over-worrying. Okay, so they're going through it, and that's okay. Let them. Let them go through it. You have to make peace that they are gone for right now, but they will return. They're gone, but they will return. Let's get an epiphany message. Show me pile number 2. Please give me an epiphany. I saw a card that popped out for me, and it was Resurrection. This is not dead. And I closed it right before I could catch it. But I want to show you, I saw it. Resurrection, this is not dead. Where did I see this? That was the card I should have grabbed. There it is. Look what pops out. Okay, I saw it and I was like, I closed it before I could grab it, but this is what popped out to me. Because this is the truth. Resurrection, this ain't dead. Guys, this situation is a soulmate or twin flame vibe. I feel this is a love situation, but if it's not, just know that you and this person, whoever this is, you knew each other in a past life. And you're going to know them in this life and even the next. Know that you and this soul have met many times and will continue to meet. Because I kind of feel like this is a part of you. This soul is a part of you. And it cannot be withdrawn. Withdrawing it would be like taking a piece of you out. And it wouldn't make you whole. So just know that this person is like another half. And it could very well, for some people, be a twin flame energy. Because that is one soul, two bodies. So this is a very big connection where it could be that kind of a situation. Okay, so that is a message there. Waiting for this union. You can expect it to come in. It will happen. There is going to be a union between the both of you. So yeah, we will be together again, awaiting for this union. Crazy how that came together. Resurrection, this ain't dead. You know? Even Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. Unrevealed secrets. This is someone that has been in denial. I'm just going to be honest. The epiphany is someone has been in denial about this twin flame connection. You may even be the one in denial. I don't know who it is. It could be you, it could be them. Someone has been in denial. Nope, this isn't a twin flame connection. Nope, this isn't a soulmate connection. Nope, we are not divinely connected. Like, that's not possible. That's not real. You know, that's not real. No, it can't be. There's no such thing. This whole spiritual walk is just crazy. There's no real truth to it. Wrong. Try again. This is why someone lost themselves for a little while. And the other message is, if you are twin flames, guess what, sweetheart? Part of yourself is in that other person. And you, being separated, lost yourself for a little while because they were lost. If you saw a clue that you gained weight or you lost weight or you got super depressed or you got involved into bad habits or you got into negative spirals of negative thinking, if you felt like you lost yourself, you were mirroring. Your life may very well have fallen apart when this fell apart, because that was a piece of yourself that was lost. As you start to get happy in self, as you start to ground, meditate, and find peace in your life, as you start to get an anchor for who you are again, this means painting, singing, drawing, cooking, decorating, writing, running, whatever it is. When you start to harness yourself in an anchor of who you are again, and you get grounded and you get your footing, you're going to start to see the momentum of this twin flame union connection speed up. Because the more you find grounding inside of your body and your soul and in yourself, the more that this person's going to come to as well. And I know it's strange and it shouldn't be your responsibility to do that. The very difficult truth is some people, not everybody, some people are twin flames and they do affect the other. Like actual biological twins, they have a connection that is kind of scientifically unexplainable. They can kind of sense what another twin is going through. Even if they're miles apart, when a twin dies, they know when the twin dies. They go through a lot of the same energies. Okay? So, you know, maybe you have a twin brother or sister, maybe that's your message. Or maybe this is a twin flame. But honey, I'm feeling twin flame. I also feel somebody could have recently broken a toe or stubbed their big toe. I just got a sensation out of nowhere that there's like a big toe issue. I know that's weird, but maybe that will resonate with someone. Toes or feet, some kind of an issue, which by the way is very Pisces, but it doesn't have to be, but it's just a toe issue here. Maybe you experienced a phantom pain and it was the other person. And by the way, I have felt that. My twin had heart pains, chest pains, like pre-heart attack pains, and I was very worried about him. And I was going off with my grandma and my family at the park, and I've never had any heart issues in my life. And I was experiencing major heart pains. So much that it scared me because my mom had a heart attack at a younger age. Scared me to death. I went to the hospital and I had to get checked out. I said, I must be experiencing a heart attack or a stroke or something. Something's going on. Stick me up to the monitor. See what the fuck's going on. I'm not going home till you figure this shit out. And they said, you're perfectly fine. Your heart rate is low. It's in the low 120s. It's calm. There's no signs of stroke. There's no signs of heart issues, no weird rhythms. I was hooked up to a machine for like 4 hours. Nothing was strange. Nothing happened. They said, you might have experienced anxiety. And I said, well, how could I experience anxiety when I was perfectly happy at the park in the sun with my kids and my grandma? We were having an ice cream. There was water, little things shooting up. Like, there was nothing weird. No reason for me to have anxiety. It was actually a very peaceful day. So that happened once, and then it happened again. I was just walking from my car to her house, and I had a sudden shock in the heart, like a feeling. And I was like, that's weird. Took myself back to the hospital, asked. Did the whole thing again. Nothing was wrong. I said, well, what the actual fuck is going on? So I saw my twin flame, and I asked him, we were outside one day visiting, and I said, I have something to ask you. I said, have you been feeling like heart pains? Have you been having like any chest pains that are significant? Not a little twitch, but like a severe, significant chest pain. And he said, yeah, I've been having some chest pains, but I'm okay. I'm fine. He's strong. He doesn't want to act like he ever has to see a doctor. So I was like, that's not good. You should get it looked at. You know, what are you experiencing? Well, the point is my twin was experiencing either early signs of heart attack or anxiety and depression. And I as a mutual twin flame was experiencing those pains, like a phantom pain. It wasn't real. It wasn't in my body. It was in his. And sometimes when you're in a twin flame connection, you can feel those things, just like actual biological twin brothers and sisters. They can sense those things between each other. It is a soul connection, because biological twins are put in the womb at the same time. They share a womb, and they're in the water in the mother's space. They share the connection from the spiritual life into the physical life, and they are bound very much like a kundalini with biological twins. That's what I believe spiritually, and I believe because they are bound in the kundalini energy, that is why biological twins experience psychic phenomenons and connections. But that also explains why twin flames also have that connection, because they are twin souls. It's one soul, two bodies, but they're much like biological twin siblings in spirit world. So not necessarily is it just a whole soul split in half. It's more of a spiritual conjoined twins in the spiritual world put in different bodies here in this world. So it's a spiritual twin. And that's why your soul feels kind of split. So anyways, that's kind of what I feel for this particular energy is twin energy. So whether you have biological twins or you're a twin flame, this should resonate with you. And just understand that they kind of thought you'd be better off without them, that they were too much drama for you. And they had too much of a, screwed up life or situation. And they wanted to just kind of separate. And sometimes twins do that, even twin siblings. They're like, I'm too much trouble for you, go live your life. But they affect you anyways. And you're feeling phantom pains that they're feeling. So even when they're separate, you're still feeling it. So you're like, you're not helping. Listen, Linda, you're not helping me by staying away. You're making it worse. So if you're wondering if I'm happy without you, wrong, I'm actually not. I'm more stressed. I'm more worried. I'm more not myself without you. And so there's this kind of knowing and awakening between the both of you here, which is getting out of denial and saying we are connected, we are twins, and you are affected when I'm gone. Clearly, physically and emotionally and mentally, you are affected when I'm gone. And I understand that. We are going to have union again. We are going to be back together again. Resurrection. This ain't dead, sweetheart. So we will be together again in a uniting. So anyways, that is the message for pile number 2. Let's go ahead and do the singing bell for you also. I think what you should do confidently is say, I am one, and I am at union with my twin and myself. Whew, kind of bring that in, okay? I am one and I am in union, okay? You have to kind of call it in. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants to tell me with this message. Okay, actually the message that's coming to me that now that I'm sitting here meditating is this. Come back to me. It's safe. Come back to me. It's safe. I think your twin needs to know that they're welcomed and they're loved unconditionally. And there's not some kind of drama that's going to blow up on their return. Just let them know you want to be in union again. Return to me. You can say something like this. As I return to myself, you return to me. Ready? As I return to myself, you return to me. As I return to myself, you return to me. Calling in my twin. Calling in my twin. Say that. For as we are in union in spirit, we are in union on this earth. As we are in union in spirit, we are in union on this earth. Because as above, so below. As within, so without. We are united. As you breathe out, you send the intention. As you breathe in, you call it in, okay? Breathe in the intention, send the intention. And that was a very spiritual message for the twins. In fact, what came to me was a very strange chill over my skin. And also, when I closed my eyes, I had a vision of white and purple light. And it was very like spirals and spikes. I think spikes is the right word. Just small spikes, but there was a circle of spikes. The inside of the spike was a very vibrant neon purple, almost like a fuchsia, but it was glowing. A fuchsia purple neon light, almost magenta, but a little bit more purple. Very third eye almost, but crossing between the third eye into the crown color. And then the white was on the outside, and it was thicker. So the inside of the color was a thin line, and the outside was white, and it was much thicker. And that image going out is very amethyst. It's very third eye. It's very crown. It's opening up a doorway and seeing someone and seeing yourself. What the message is for pile number 2 is you guys are coming out of denial. You as twin flames were lost. You didn't know who you were for a while. You didn't even know that you were twins for a while. You didn't even understand your connection for a while. That is returning to you. You're getting anchored. And the more you start to find yourself, the more this person is going to realign. But there is a union and a resurrection between the both of you. So that is the message for number 2. Okay? Beautiful message, by the way. Hello. Hello, pile number 2, little twinnies. Okay, we got little Twinkies in the house. So now we're going to go over to pile number 3. Okay. Thank you, April White. That is such a nice message. I don't know if I'm good enough for that. Sometimes I didn't really think so, but thank you very much for that message. Are you ready? Are you ready for pile number 3? Drum roll. Drum roll. Pile number 3. Are you ready? Woo! I'm feeling crazy. I feel like I'm jumping off a cliff right now. Full vibes. Full vibes. Let's reveal it. I wish things could be different. I regret lying to you. So many things remind me of you. There's a loss here. Okay, it's very crystal clear for me. We have someone that is dealing with guilt. A lot of guilt. This person that you're thinking of for pile number 3, whoever this person is, this is a message from them or about your situation. And there is a lot of guilt. I mean, there is tears, sorrow, remorse, heartache. I got a ringing in my left ear. It's pretty intense. Someone regrets so many choices and decisions. They need to let it go. This is very much like pile number 1. I feel a lot of similarities between 1 and 3 as far as the vibration of it. This person is also stuck in the past. And they have a very difficult time letting it go. And there may be an energy where you also have to say, I'm at peace with my past. But this person's kind of not ready for that. You know, this person's just not ready to let a lot of that go. They want to stay in sadness. They want to stay in this pain. And they kind of feel bad that they're in that vibe because they know it's not healthy and they don't want to be there. They don't want to do that, but they're experiencing it. Spirit, give me a message for pile number 3. Give me the epiphany. What is being shown in pile number 3? What is being shown to this person? Wow, when I'm right, I'm right. Reminiscing on past precious moments. Reminiscing, honey. 6 of Cups, baby, all the way, all the way. There's a Cancerian involved over here. Soul mirroring, exposing, and revealing all. Okay. You guys are soulmates. This could be a mother-daughter. This could be a father-son. This could be a daughter-father. This could be a lover or a child or however the situation is. I don't care. You are soulmates. Soul mirroring. You were born and meant to be here to show the other soul how to achieve this karmic lesson in a very gentle, loving way. You guys were put here to support one another. I support you and you support me. This is why so many things remind you of this person. In fact, what I'm hearing is you guys are very much alike. You are very much alike. And it's alarming to many people because you remind other people of each other. They say things like, wow, you look so much like your mom or so much like your dad, or wow, you look so much like your lover, or, you know, you and this person made a perfect couple, or you guys seem just perfect for each other. Such a good match, you know, however this is for you. Such a good match. You guys belong together. You definitely had a past life with this person. Rainbows would be a very impressive sign for you and this person. So rainbows. And I think mostly it's crystal light. Prisms. I think you and this person have a connection to prisms. And rainbow that's cast by light. Not rainbow flags, rainbow, I mean it could be, but not like rainbow, you know, 3D items. I'm talking about light. And so whenever a rainbow light is cast onto a wall or each other or something like this card, that is a very big memory and message for the both of you. Through all of these cuts in a crystal creates these beautiful colors that only through prisms that have cuts and different angles, how light reflects against itself, creates these rainbows. And you guys are like a prism, soul mirroring, reflecting off of each other. So because of you, they are a much more beautiful kind, loving, good person. And because of them, you are a much more kind, loving, and understanding person. You guys made each other beautiful. It's actually, it wants to bring tears to my eyes. You guys helped create one another. Does that make sense? For this person coming in your life helped create you and shape you into who you are. And by this person being born and their experiences, they helped create you and shape you into who you are. You guys are bouncing light off of each other. You reflect the beauty of the other from yourself. And from themselves, they reflect the beauty of you. You guys are mirrors and you reflect the goodness from each other. So a very strong, deep connection. Huh?
And I've been waiting so long. You just keep doing it.
I know. I'm finishing up.
Okay.
Okay. I feel you guys need to have an Elquay Oracle. Sorry if everyone is going to be jelly that they get an extra card. It is what it is. That's what I feel. I feel this couple is a kindred spirit. Kindred. Very kindred soulmates. And you guys are having a struggle about your situation because you wish things were different. You wish you would have treated your soulmate differently, but you can't. And whatever happened, happened for a reason. You cannot change your experience with each other. It was perfect. But you have so much guilt, or they have so much guilt, that you wish you could have done something better, or they wish they could have nurtured you better. And there's just this sweet, loving, nurturing sadness, almost like a mother, that is just like, oh, honey, I wish I could have given you a better life. I wish I could have done this differently for you. And maybe in a past life there was a mother connection for you guys. But either way, there's a divine feminine nurturing, mothering connection. And it's just this guilt that you carry in your heart, or guilt that they carry in their heart. They wish they could have done more for you and treated you better. Or this person, vice versa. You wish you could have treated them better and done better for them. But we have a message here from Colette. And she harnesses the energy of the amethyst, which may be a very powerful stone for you guys to have in your home. And I encourage you, if you picked pile number 3, to call on the power of the amethyst, which is the crown, but also the third eye. Okay? And I want you to use your intuition and your knowing to trust that everything happens for a reason. And you need to see past the issues, past the hardships and the regrets. You need to also let go of this past. Don't take it with you anymore. For everything happened as it should be. And everything happened as it needed to happen. And it was all connected. And it was all planned. And it had a destiny and a fate. And everything that happened was supposed to happen. And I think there needs to be peace and understanding that Spirit wants to tell you, honey, everything that was as it should be. You didn't mess up. They didn't mess up. There wasn't a screw up here. There was zero screw up. For both of your souls knew coming into this incarnation that these events were going to happen. You need to find peace. For in this connection, you both learned forgiveness. And also in this connection, you both learned unconditional love. Absolutely unconditional. That was the contract. You are on track right now, at the right time. Even as you hear this message, this was predestined for you. And it will resonate like an electric vibration going through to your soul saying, I know. I am where I should be. So this Colette, she who nurtures, is about empathy, gentleness, and insight. So know that you and this person have empathy together. you are gentle with each other, and you both have a very intense psychic insight. And I just want you guys to know, gemstones are really prominent for pile number 3. I think that both of you may also have a very strong connection to gemstones, collectors of gemstones, or you just have them a lot in your homes. But the both of you over here have a great affinity and deep calling with the gems, the gemstones, over here in this section. And just know that both of you are also coming off to me as a reader as very psychic and very intuitive. So the both of you are psychics, most likely. Okay, and you may work in that department or really be involved in that department. You're both highly sensitive people, and just highly intuitive. Very, very psychic seers. So these people over here are extremely gifted in the art of premonition, seeing the future through tarot cards, palm reading, visions, just being a, some kind of psychic. Both of you also experienced a strange youth. What I'm feeling here is, as a child, you experienced high energy of psychic premonitions and feelings and intuitions. Both of you carry this strange childhood because you're a very old soul in a young body. And so you guys were very aged at a very young age, if that makes sense. Okay? And so, yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. I'll read this. Colette. She who nurtures entwines her hair with a soft crown of flowers and leaves. The name Colette means necklace in French. She also wears a delicate gold chain adorned with an amethyst and tiny pink pearls. The soft luminescence of the pink pearls and blossoms reflect Colette's gentle nature and her nurturing heart. Purple amethyst is a stone that promotes healing from grief, as well as a sense of balance and peace and intuition. See, and that's what touched me. Not the balance and peace and intuition, but the grief. The both of you are suffering from grief. You are grief-stricken. Okay, now there's another message. You or them, one of you, I'm just going to say one of you, feels the other's pain. And you carry the grief of your this partner or this soulmate in your heart, and you're so protective. You're so protective, and it ails you that they have gone through this, which is the empathy. So this pain that you're feeling, okay, honey, is like, I wish I could take that pain away from you. You're going to have to wait. I'm not done. You're not going to get anything if you don't listen. Settle. Then lay down on your alligator. Go lay down on your alligator. Well, go lay down. Anyways, back to the reading. Someone here is so protective and tearful over this person. It almost breaks your heart to see their suffering. And I feel like your connection with this human is, I feel your suffering and I see your suffering, and I'm so sorry for you. I wish I could take this away from you. I wish I could heal you, and I wish we could trade places. So there's somebody here that really wishes they could trade places, because it's just so sad to see your soulmate suffering from grief. On Colette's forehead, it signifies the third eye chakra, the source of her insight and intuition. She instinctively knows what others are feeling, so she is able to nurture those who need her gift of empathy. This card brings a gentle message of hope and healing. Whenever you're troubled, turn to those around you and let them see that you need. Let them see what you need. And when others are troubled, you can easily see what they need. But if you or they are lucky, you may encounter each other in this life as a rare soul who gets to see a glance of someone else's suffering exactly as they are experiencing it. And there is a deep understanding. And they will recognize the knowing of souls like Colette by the empathic depth in their eyes. Allow yourself to be nurtured back to health and happiness. So you are also sent to each other to heal each other. Someone here in this connection has a past that is extremely painful. I mean, I'm talking abuse, neglect, suffering of some sort. And the reason you guys were brought together is so one of you, or even both of you to each other, could heal the other through empathy. And empathy is just, I support you, I'm here for you, I'm a friend. You can count on me, and I'll never go anywhere from you. I'm a rock, I'm an anchor, I'm a harness. I'm here with you in this world because I was meant to be here, to be walking this walk with you, and to be your friend, and to be your companion, and to be your partner, and to help you heal from the pain that your soul has just encountered and suffered as being reincarnated under such difficulty. So because I know what you needed, I am a nurturing soul, and I wanted to be here with you. And you know the gift? It's a vision of a mother that was suffering as a child with abuse and neglect and a lack of self-worth, feeling lost and alone. And then a little soul comes to her over her bed in her grief and suffering, and the little soul reveals itself to her like a baby, saying, I'm going to come into your life. I see your pain and I see your suffering, and I am an empath, and I understand you, and I feel what you're feeling, and I'm coming to comfort you. I'm coming to comfort you and give you love. I'm coming to be there forever for you. I'll always be there for you, always. And so there's one soul that's enduring this, and then there's another soul that's coming down and being a comforter, whether that's a child or a lover or something. But I do feel there's an age difference here also, so maybe that's why I was feeling a mother-child connection. But even if it's a lover connection, it's kind of the same thing as maybe in a past life you were a caregiver, and now in this life, I'm going to be a caregiver. Stop it.
Taking too long.
So anyways, there's a trading of spaces for pile number 3. In one life, this person was your caregiver. In this life, you are their caregiver. And it doesn't matter the status, you know, father, son, mother, daughter, lover, husband, wife, best friend, sibling, older sibling, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. It doesn't matter about age or status or placement of the relationship that takes place here. It is 2 souls reincarnated somehow on this planet again after they experienced a previous life together where the roles were reversed. So the roles have been reversed here somehow, some way, in whatever connection it resonates with you. And one of you guys is meant to nurture the other through their pain and grief, okay? And that is why you guys had this incarnation. It is a best friend kind of situation also. I feel a very best friend vibe. Like I'm your best friend for life. I'll always be here. There's really a strong connection with that also. Because one of these people here has a hard time healing the past and letting go. The other person here says, I'm going to help you. Or at least I'm going to be by your side while you suffer. So this card brings a gentle message of hope and healing because she instinctively knows what the other is feeling, and she is able to nurture those who need her gift of empathy. When you are troubled, or when this person is troubled, they can turn to you or you can turn to them and let them see what you need. And if you are lucky, you guys can start to heal each other. You will recognize this soul from a past life. Allow yourself, and they hopefully allow you, to nurture them back to health and happiness. You need to ask yourself a few questions, or maybe they should ask themselves these 3 questions. 1, when do I need to be more gentle with myself? When do you need love and healing? When do you need to treat yourself gently, not in a way of judgment? But when do you need to give yourself grace and love? You need to ask yourself that, because there are times when you need to give yourself that. Number 2, do you allow yourself to be nurtured by this soulmate? Do you allow them? Or do they allow you? You know, this question has to be answered. Do they allow? Thirdly, who can I share my gifts of empathy and insight with? Well, that's easy. This soulmate. You understand each other. You feel each other's pain. You are best friends till the end of time, no matter what body and status you've reincarnated in this world. You are best friends. You are soulmates. You are kindred souls. You are 2 souls that love one another unconditionally and eternally. You are there for each other's comfort. One of you has a bigger role to comfort the other. The other's role is to allow the soul to do a comforting. You have to allow these roles to switch, because in a past life they were reversed. You give the gift of allowing a soul to be a comfort by letting them in. You're not a burden. You're not doing them harm. You're allowing them to fulfill their being. Allow them to give. Allow them to comfort, because that is a gift. To have someone experience the feelings of being a comfort, that is a blessing and a gift. Let them do it. Let them feel it. Empower them to be the empathetic sympathizer and comforter. It's a beautiful blessing you can give them. And allow this person to comfort you, because that's a blessing. You have someone on this planet that will feel and understand as you do and wants to help heal you. Let them. Ask yourself why you haven't been letting them, or if the roles are reversed. You know how it goes. Okay, so the mantra here for pile number 3, and that we're going to say at the singing bowl, is this: I will allow myself to be nurtured and loved. And also, I will love and nurture my soulmate. So you will allow yourself to love and nurture, and you will allow to be loved and nurtured in return. Okay. Okay, Maddie, I'm going to do the singing bowl, so I need you to be quieter, okay? Because I'm almost over. Okay.
What is this symbol?
This big gold bowl is the singing bowl.
Okay.
Oops, sorry about that, guys.
Oopsie.
That was an accident. Okay, you guys ready? All right. Breathe in a few times. Get your bearings here. Get ready to say it with yourself. I allow myself to be loved and nurtured. And I allow myself to love and nurture my soulmate. I allow my soulmate to love and nurture me. And I give myself permission to nurture and love my soulmate. And I do have to stop here because there's another message being given to me here that I need to express to you. Someone is a little bit too strong and independent. They do not like feeling like they need someone to come in and nurture. They do not like that. They like to feel independent and in charge of self and very much on their own. They do not like feeling like they need help from anyone. And Spirit's telling me somebody here needs to allow that because they've been independent for a very long time. And there's a soulmate that's coming in to do some of this work for grief healing. So before I do that singing bowl one more time with that message, I have to pull a healing card to see what your message is from being too independent and not wanting someone else to heal you because you're so strong and so independent. Spirit, what is the message from this person? Hey, I need you to be quiet or go. Okay, so bottom of the deck is God or your higher power can heal a broken heart. Just offer all the pieces and allow feelings that come up today their time to heal. You need to allow those pieces to come to the surface with this soulmate. There's some very hidden things that need to come up. One, you may feel like you're reverting back to a child around this soulmate. You may revert back, or this could be vice versa, reversed, you know. But someone here will revert back to a 5, 6, 7, 8, even 12-year-old. Okay? Even 13. But you know what I mean? Someone here will revert back to a child. And someone's afraid to let that come up. It's like, oh, I can't do that. I can't be this frail, weak little child. Okay, children are weak, and I remember feeling weak, and I remember feeling out of control, and I cannot let that arise. I cannot let that feeling come up, because if that feeling comes up, I will no longer be in control. Nope, I'll be needy, and I am not needy. I am independent. I need no one. I'm strong. I'm strong. I can take care of myself. Listen. I felt the tears welling up behind your eyes as I was saying it. There was a time of weakness when no one was there. There was a time of needing someone and you didn't have that. And you had to be that for yourself. You had to be the savior and the hero and the strength because there wasn't someone around you at that time. This is why you have such strong feelings of independence. Because you had to be. And when you have no other choice, you have to be. This is kind of a past life regression, backwards healing thing going on here. You now have the option of having someone be there with you. You now have the option of having a soulmate comfort you. You now have the option of having a soulmate protect you. But you have to let this little child arise and allow the soulmate to see it. They know and have the skills to hold, to comfort, and to send loving vibrations to help you heal your brokenness. But it must arise. And someone here has some problems being vulnerable. The other message is you don't get over grief, ladies and gentlemen. You learn to live with it in your heart forever. Message for you or this person, tell them this or tell yourself this. I'm never going to get over what happened. It happened to me. I experienced it. I had the death. I had the loss. I had the abuse. I had the suffering. I'm never going to be able to let that go and just move on with my life and pretend that it doesn't exist. It will never go away. But I don't have to let it hurt me the way it did. I can understand it now. I can look at it and say, I see why these things happened to me. I see why I experienced that. Try to go inside and see why. Because then you can still carry it with you, but it won't hurt you like it did. Understanding your grief, you don't have to change. You don't have to get over this. But you do have to learn how to carry this differently. You do have to learn to carry your grief in a different way. And this soulmate was brought to you in this life to help you carry the bags. And the problem, I have tears, I don't know what's going on. But you thought you had to carry your tears by yourself. But you don't. See, this person came as a comfort, but someone has an area where they don't want comfort. And a lot of it is because you don't feel worthy. So there is some self-worth issues here in pile 3, and you don't think anyone deserves to carry your bags. But this soulmate wants to carry your bags. It's very heartwarming. I'm sorry I'm crying, but it's very emotional. Allow them to carry your bags, or this person needs to allow you to carry them. But it's a beautiful friendship and soulmate energy here that says you don't have to carry this alone. I came here to do it with you. So you don't have to do this by yourself. And I'm okay, guys. This is nothing personal. It's just a beautiful message. And I have such a heart that when I see people come together and I see people embrace and I see people heal and I see people have these epiphanies and I see people letting go of their pain and allowing someone in, it's beautiful. And I love when humanity can come together and carry that for one another. I always cry. I'm an emotional wreck anyways, but I always cry when I see humanity step in for one another and say, you don't have to do this on your own. It's just a beautiful action and energy and expression of love. And that's what this is. So it's just a beautiful soulmate to come in and help carry this. And someone has to let it happen because someone's just like, nope, I'm too strong. I'm too independent. I don't allow someone to carry my pain. It's my pain. It's my suffering. Let me carry it. And Spirit's like, no, you have a soulmate. You don't have to. The reason they came was to love you. Ooh, and that's hard for someone to accept in this pile. The reason this person showed up is to love and nurture you forever, to be that soulmate, to be a comfort. And it's just like, why do I deserve that? And this is the grief that you're unpacking. Someone here has to unpack a grief-stricken suitcase. And every time you open up that suitcase and you start to unload your grief, which is too heavy for most to carry. This is like sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, all kinds of troubles here. Okay, we saw was the secrets. Well, no, but I feel like there is. But you know, there's things that no one needs to see. And when someone starts to unpack their grief to start healing, it's too much for them. And they revert to that child. But there's no one there to help the child. Because that's how they remember it. They remember being alone. But now there's this soulmate that's like, okay, I'm here with you today. We're going to unpack your past. We're going to look at it and we're going to deal with this together. And we're going to heal this. And I love you and I'm here. Trust me. Bottom of the deck here shows up rest and recovery before a restart. You're going to need to rest and recover from this very painful situation. Don't be so independent where you can't allow someone to come in and help, because the soulmate is here for this. Healing from a heartbreak, heartbreak and caught up in the emotions. Your time is up. Your time is up. The time is now. The time is now to start healing. Okay. So we're going to do it together now. If this is you, I'm just going to say it as if it's you. If it's not, you know, you can say it for your person. Okay. So if this is not you, then just say this mantra for your person. If it is for you, take it in. Big breath. Connect with your soul. Feel it vibrate in your heart. I want you to take a moment and feel it in your chest. Allow that door to slowly open. You can even hear the creak of the door. Allow the door to creak. Let it open. Yum. Yum. Do you see how yum sounds a lot like mom? That's why mother and the heart resonate. And the mantra you say to open your heart chakra is YAM. It's Y-A-M. Okay, so allow yourself to open this heart chakra and just say that with me. YAM. YAM. Yum. Feel the mother inside you, the great mother, the divine mother. Let her be with you. It's a spiritual energy. Yum. Yum. I allow myself to be nurtured and to be vulnerable. I allow myself to be nurtured and to be vulnerable. I allow my soulmate to comfort me. I deserve comfort. I am worthy of their love. Now, this is where it all stems from. The word worthy is a trigger word for this pile. That's what I feel, and I know it's true. Worthy is a trigger word. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy in this life of love and respect and comfort and kindness. I am worthy of love, respect, comfort, and kindness. Here comes another trigger word, and I have a feeling it's going to bring tears. I am cherished. Breathe it in when it's hard to breathe in. Feel that. That's the healing that needs to happen. I feel you guys struggling with that word. I am cherished. I am cherished. I am so special. I am so cherished. I am so wanted. I am wanted. There's your triggers. There's your healing. Feeling worthy, feeling treasured, feeling cherished, feeling wanted. Triggers. Heal them. Allow this soulmate to come in, because you see this soulmate is coming in to make you feel cherished, wanted, treasured. And you repel this soulmate, or vice versa in some cases, because of these issues of self-worth. And it stems from a past, and you have to let that go. I learned my past lesson. I let it go now. I learned from my past. It is a part of me, but it does not rule me. My past was an experience, not a life sentence. My past was an experience, not a life sentence. I release that, and I allow love and nurturing into my heart. Yum. 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 It's okay to be held. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be vulnerable. For my soulmate is with me, and I am loved. Every part of me is loved. Every part of me is loved. Yum. Yum. Every part of you is loved. Every single part. Head to toe. Every word, every action, every thought. You are cherished, you are loved, and you are deserving. Whew. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to close. I hope this was a very good reading for you. It's very difficult healing these energies. So today, I hope this touched you in a way that helped you see those triggers and helped you see those aspects of yourself on why you may be disappointed or angry despite all your efforts. And as we go into our feelings and our emotions and we find out who we are and we learn more about ourselves, we will be more at peace in this world. We do need, as a collective, to stop putting expectations on people, experiences, because those are all going to happen however they need to happen for us. And we don't, and we will be disappointed or angry in others. We hold them to an expectation. I want you to walk through this life with new eyes and a new heart, saying whatever happens, happens, and I'm open. If it's sad, if it's happy, if it's emotional, if it's fun, if it's not, I'm open. And you're going to let that experience go through you, and then you're going to leave it there because you're moving on to the next moment. Don't carry these things with you. They're memories, they're experiences, they're thoughts. They're not attached to you. And for you to understand that is okay. For you to accept that is okay. It's not bad, it's a good thing. So as you're learning to accept these things, you're learning to put them down. And all of you guys know that it's time to heal. So as I close, I'll leave you with a message from the secret language of light, which is the language of love. It's a short message from your higher self and from Spirit, from Divine Mother and Divine Father. A lasting message for the day. A message for you to have deeper understanding, to put this whole reading into some kind of an aspect easy to understand. Bottom of the deck is you are the universe. The universe is with you. As above in the universe, so below on this earth with you. As within your heart, which is the universe of creation, so without. May everything you wish and hope to be creative. You also got manifestation. We manifest our experiences every day. We don't even realize it. It's usually subconscious, and sometimes it is conscious. But be aware that you are manifesting. All of your experiences, people, places, and events, they are a part of your creative universe. You are creating this. You have control. So it says here, you will attract what you give your focus to. Remember, what you resist persists. You are about to create an experience of something you have longed for. You may not see any evidence of it yet, but don't be disheartened. Instead, be still and align with your soul. Soon you will be inspired to take a step forward, where you will meet your dreams and your desires. Fall in love with the unknown, and the path of the unknown will materialize. You create your life through how you feel and what you think. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. First, you must be aware of how you feel in the present. Love that energy, heal it, uplift it. Practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. The time just before manifestation is an opportunity to change any story from your past, your present, and even your future. Your perception is alerting, so you can see it in new light. Everything is created twice. Firstly, in the vibrational realm, perceived as imagination, feelings, or dreaming. And then, second, created in the physical world as manifested objects, people, or experiences. Enjoy the journey to all you are manifesting, and your desires will arrive sooner than you think. For this is the nature of creation. and for this is the language of the universe. Funny, and then we have the universe, which is crazy. So I'll read that one too, since that one's there, and it's just a short little message. Even though my readings are never short, sorry everybody. You have to suffer with it. Know the self and know thy nature of everything. Yes, you are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or a person that knows everything. It's growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways every minute. Wherever or whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself, and you will always exist. Play with that idea, with the universe, in all it is and all its manifestations. It peers out through you. The eyes are the window to the soul. See inside them. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness, and it expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier called your life. And the universe needs you to know it in all its forms, all it can be, all it is. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, an angel, a light being, someone or something outside you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is one, and nothing is separate. You are not separate from your spiritual guides. You are not separate from your ancestors. You are not separate from the loved one that has passed away. You are not separate from your family. You are not separate from your higher self or your divine lover, for you are always one. If you believe everything is one, then nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this and you will create similar manifestations wherever and whatever you do. And whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from the lack of attention. Ooh, that's a big one, right, guys? From the lack of intention. I'm saying, though, I want you guys to take a step out today and say, have I been focusing on something subconsciously or what? And the best way to know something is subconsciously bugging you is your physical environment. Yes, that means the dishes in the sink, the floor that's unvacuumed, the laundry that's not done, the you that's not pampered and loved and adored on, the vehicle that's neglected, the yard that needs manicuring, maybe it's the hands that need manicuring. Also, the you that's not been healed. If you sense there's issues in any of those areas of your life, and most people have them, one way or the other, then understand there is a subconscious focus that is keeping a karmic cycle continually flowing. This is why the universe asks you to meditate, to ground, to seek, to look at the you within, and to get to know you. Spiritual work and self-discovery is how this reading started. And spiritual work and self-discovery is how this reading will end. It's not too much to think about. It's just enough. So go out there, get frisky about life, learn about yourself, grow, change, heal, and enjoy. Because above all, this life is to enjoy. And remember, this day, this reading, this love, this message, it's not a destination. It's a journey. So just keep swimming. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe if you have not yet. And just like on your way out, whether you want to subscribe or not. That would be an appreciative thank you for listening to this message, and I appreciate that very much and greatly. And may blessings be bestowed back on you for all your likes and love that you send my way. If you guys want to donate anything to this channel, you sure can. You can go to jks1111.com. You can look at everything I have to offer, and you can donate. If you want to donate through Cash App, you can also do so. My Cash App tag is money symbol. Let that shit go, 1111. All right, and my profile is JKS 1111 Tarot. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a blessed and beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. And thank you so much for being a part of my message today. And I just hope that it did something for you or someone you love. Thank you, moderators, for watching this reading and taking care of everyone and being above and beyond awesome like you always are. And always remember that you guys are a divine, amazing, beautiful vibration of light. You're unique and special, and I am so humbly blessed that you chose to watch my channel. Thank you so much and have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love and light. Bye, guys.